Hi, how is everybody doing? We are live, and just so you can see in the background that the actual we're sitting here in the Christmas Elf Lounge, and so anyway, the elves are gone to bed, are slowly going to bed for the night, and so anyhow, it will be open tomorrow as well. So it'll be up and running tomorrow night. And so I hope everybody's been enjoying Christmas Elf Lounge. And hey, Krista, how you doing? And so anyhow, so like I said, so again, it is also too. We are also going to try to go live for the for Lake Huron, Georgian Bay, Wyerton, South Bruce Peninsula, Northern South Bruce Peninsula. It's a long name. Santa Claus Parade, which will be coming up shortly, and will be coming up sometime in the next month, the first weekend, I believe. And last year the theme was Christmas lights. It's quite interesting because they put what they do is they put the Christmas lights on all the floats, and it's night parade. And hello, how you doing, guys? Um, so again, so far we're just wondering how many people were enjoying the Christmas Elf Lounge. There was a bit of a spooky twist to it. Again, so it was a bit of what you call a bit of a Christmas sense of humor to it. Um so again, it is, like I said, the Christmas Elf Lounge is a magical place. Basically, we're basically showing you what it would look like if the North Pole was actually banded, and it never existed, or it died out, or and that kind of thing. Just because, again, just to kind of jump spook start some of these non Christmas believers. Um, well, for the children end of it, there's been an adopted a tradition that started decades ago with old Saint Nick and all that kind of stuff. But traditionally, the real meaning of Christmas would totally mean something totally else. But we don't. Again, we try to make it fun for little children, and that kind of stuff. Like Christmas every year. I know I got a 12-year-old niece. She's a down. She's disabled. She has. I think my sister was saying she's a Down syndrome child. Born with Down syndrome, but really rambunctious. So. And that, so also too, guys, just let you know that Santa Claus will be also live, will be alive on the 22nd, and that kind of stuff too. So we want to yeah, have a good night too. We're having running a little bit, just a little bit later. So again, this is some of the kind of the Christmas decoration, a background that you can see in the background in that. So also too, you can follow my shows too. Also on YouTube. Well, we were going YouTube live, but there's too much of a countdown clock that counts down. So technically, so again, even Facebook counts down, but it waits a long time before it counts down. So also you can follow my shows at. You can search me on my YouTube channel, which is Timothy Plain. That you search up and then subscribe to my YouTube channel, and then all my Facebook live shows, I do download and I do upload. It's a lot of work. I also do a lot of uploading to Twitch TV dashboard, Twitch TV, because I've not figured out. I have a Twitch account. I have not figured out how to go live on Twitch. I'm still trying to figure that out. But everybody else can seem to go live on Twitch. So technically, I kind of get stuck using the Twitch dashboard TV. But we're falling behind with that. Also, too, we're falling behind on some of the from October's haunted house as well. Some of the pre-recorded stuff from last year that I'm slowly meaning to actually get uploaded to my YouTube channel. And that kind of thing. Actually, also to the shrimp party. You see me trying to open up the shrimp tray from last year. Again, a little bit taste what New Year's around here is going to look like. So it's going to be like a bit of a comedy amateur night. Just kind of not too much like 2010, 2011 New Year's. We did Jokers on Duty style or Jokers Corner style. Again, this is a different show. Jokers on Duty is finally completed and finished. It's also on the clock one day at a time. On the clock one day at a time live is completed as well. The Optimist Hour, we didn't have a good turnout for that, but it changed over to the Timothy Plain Show, which is named after me. So again, now technically I'm running my own shows on here. I've always been hosting my own shows. If you look back at the Halloween series we did that we finalized with the chess games, again there was a bit of the what you call the bit of the twist around to the solitaire. Bit of a kind of a mixture of a joke show to that, which was kind of blended into what you call a brought to life for the Halloween season, a real life haunted house. For those that enjoyed seeing a haunted house live, which was taken from an old camp story that spooked me out from when I was a little child. It gave me nightmares for months. Which I actually got over, but again, that was a 2-year, what you call put into like a kind of a bit of what you call kind of a bit of a storyboard, and kind of a bit of a what you call a bit of a tale, a fantasy. So. We wanted to kind of, so those 2 years are completed, and that don't mind, I'm just overtired myself, but that is okay. And that, so I am now living up in Wyerton, Ontario, which is on Georgian Bay and on Lake Huron, which is not far from Owen Sound. Again, on the northern South Bruce Peninsula, Grey County. I haven't lived in Peterborough for years, and that kind of thing. And it was a big shocker to me last year after hearing about what happened to my mom. But the passing away, when she passed away in 2017, that was a shocking call. My cousin called me from Montreal, Quebec. Out of all places I had to hear it from was the French family. But that is okay, or Italian side. Because I got at first, the first thing that crossed my mind, because my cousin is Italian, I was totally shocked. I was thinking to myself, I'm like, no way, can't be. Again, when he was talking to me on the phone, I'm like, okay, what did you mobsters do now? Don't try to cover up because you Italians must have did something. No, he said no. He was teasing me. He said no, we didn't do anything. He said it was Huntington's disease, Tucker. So again, that was a big shocker to me. I just got over that too as well. Oh man, it's kind of cold out here. I wonder how these elves put up with this cold. It's freezing. But they love the weather. But yeah, my little cat, Treyu, he's around sleeping here somewhere. Actually, I got an early morning tomorrow too. On top of that, again, I work 1 day a week at Wyerton Dental. That the elves call the elf dental department. which is actually closing on the 19th for 2 weeks of December, because we go on Christmas holidays for 2 weeks. And we don't go back until January, until the first week of January, until after the new year. And that, so there's a wonderful wintertime. Everything kind of Wyerton kind of dies down because it's more of a tourist area in the summertime. But the wintertime, it is only lively thing that you're going to see coming up soon will be the Santa Claus Parade. Other than that, then everything's going to die down. And then everything starts back up in the new year. Oh, my phone's dinging again. We have a pretty good lineup for the, oh man, it's freezing rain too. That's crazy. We get like up to probably 17 or what you call 17 or 20, between 20 to 17 inches of snow out here outside like crazy. Pretty bad. I'm wearing boots to work, but it's okay. There's winter time in Ontario, in Canada here, especially out here. I tell you, it is bad out here. I know. The first year I moved out here, I was actually put my foot into my mouth and I went around shoveling snow for all the store businesses. Never again am I going to do that, because you do one, they all want to be done, and they have to be done by a certain time in the morning. And only one store alone to shovel out takes like 6 hours or more. It's long, especially if it keeps snowing and it doesn't stop. So again, with the Santa Claus Parade, I'm pretty sure that Midnight Blue Rodeo, which is a local band. They travel all over the place. You probably guys are familiar with Blue Rodeo. It's the same band. It is called Midnight Blue Rodeo. They travel all worldwide, really. But again, they're going to be in town like they were last year for the opening of the Santa Claus Parade. Down on the patio, what we call the patio, chalkboard pod patio, that our town built. Kind of a chalkboard where kids can draw on the chalkboard and that kind of thing. Picnic table by the old jewelry store. It used to be the jewelry store and where the Irish pub used to be, which is now a pancake house. Also, too, we've got in the new year, everything kind of starts up again. We're famous for the what you call Wyerton Willie Groundhog Prediction Weekend. So again, for Groundhog Day, where the little pig pokes his nose out of the cage and tells us if it's going to be an early spring or another 6, or like he lied to us last year. Technically, we got conned into having another 10 weeks of winter instead of 6, because we had all that snow. We had all that snow blizzarding coming in. So so technically we calculated it instead of 6 more weeks of winter we were supposed to have that he predicted. We technically ended up having 10 to 11. I think we were halfway into May before the weather started getting nice and started to really warm up. Or June, near the end of June, middle of June, end of June, before it started getting nice. Also, too, the lineup for Wyerton Willie Weekend, it is a big lineup. There's a lot of things, a lot of activities that goes on. It opens up with the Beauty Queen of Pageants. I'm not that pretty looking to get in with them yet. Working on it, but not yet. Again, it starts off with that, and also that is how the main event opens up, and then the first night of the Wyerton Willie Weekend, Groundhog Weekend, is the Lions Club hosts what you call an amateur acapulco night. Annie Carlo, kind of acapulco Annie Carlo. It's a Spanish name, a comedy night, but again, it is an adult. It's a 19 age and majority night that the Lions Club does. But then follow the next day, which is the Kids' Day, which is the Wyerton Willie Groundhog Prediction Day morning pancake breakfast for the kids activities, sleigh rides, and that kind of. There's always a lot of a wake up Willie morning. Now, Just to let you guys know that we have a tradition of shooting off fireworks at like 5:30, 6 o'clock in the morning, where the pipe band play and McLaren pipes and drums play to march in Wiarton Willie, followed by the Chamber of Commerce. So again, so that way he can actually see, protect and bring him out of his cage. So if he sees a shadow, it's another 6 weeks more, 6 more weeks of winter. If he doesn't see a shadow, it's an early spring. So again, it is so a big festival goes on. It's a whole weekend festival. Also, too, there is the Masonic Hall down the street. The only time they ever open to the public is they do like a $6 chili in a bun type thing. So again, it is a kind of a fundraiser for the community and for them. And then there's a lot of the whole weekend. Sometimes if the weather's nice, there is Wiarton Willie Groundhog Day Parade that goes down the main Burford Street here. It goes down to the park. And the last few years, the weather's been so bad. Usually they have a tent set up outside. They kind of moved everything into the arena this year because they couldn't get the rental tents the last few years. And also too, and then also too, there's also the Battle of the Bands at night, which is covered. Most of it's cover charge to get in. There is no Optimist fancy tea. I was with Optimist for a while here. No Optimist English fancy tea. So I guess we're gonna luck out this year because every year I've always enjoyed watching the English Optimist fancy tea because it's the only time you ever see these old elderly English ladies walking into the Salvation Army very rarely, highly dressed up in their top hats, going for English tea. But it's usually by donation. Now, Casa Loma does usually in Toronto has a big cover charge because they do like a big celebrity meal or whatever. And well, here they've been doing like donations for community for the high school. Last year for the actual skateboard park that was built, and so there was a lot of things, and that Rotary was some of the projects the Rotaries was involved in, and I'm also a member of Friends of Rotary. Which is another event that comes up in the summertime, which is the Civic Holiday Weekend, the beginning of August. This year, that one is going to be the 2nd of August this year, coming up 2019. And that is no admission fee into the park, but again, into Blue Water Park there, but again, it's got the Midway set up, and then they got all the games. You pay for the games in the Midway. And then there's the bingo tent for the adults. For the bingo ladies have to have their bingo tent. So that's what goes on in August. And so July the 1st, which is usually hail, rain, shine, snow, hot, sunny weather, and that kind of thing, is the Optimist group hosts this Canada Day every year. So they have a big it's all the good stuff has gone downhill. They do have a bit of they have like laser tag for the kids over in the kids section. Then they have the pancake breakfast again, and then they have all the vendors. And that kind of stuff, and then fireworks at night. Then all the local town drunks, they have to have the bar tent for them. Cannot leave them out. With the horseshoe pits. So again, like I said, there is again that they're so again they commonize to everybody's kind of event for everybody. Some of it's family. Now the beer tent is age majority. Again, like that is 19 plus. Well, heavy secured when that is operating. So that's not till July the 1st, and then on July the 1st, it is followed by a 3:30, 4:30 p.m. Parade in down the Grey Bruce Trail, with led by the Royal Canadian Legion Branch 208, which is our district, and the McLaren's Pipe Band will march into the Red Hat Ladies Red Hat Society. That marches into the main bar tent and that kind of thing, and then the pipe band will play the pipes and drums. So that to honor Canada Day and that kind of thing, and then followed after that is a big variety of different bands like Midnight Blue Rodeo, and so again, like I said, there's a lot of those are the summer activities that will start up again next year. And also to April. I am not doing it again. I'm glad I'm not part of Optimist anymore, because they do like to do what you call again. It is outnumbered. Guys were totally out. Guy members are totally outnumbered. A lot of us guy members didn't really want to stay with Optimist because it was becoming more and more women than anything. So again, it was becoming like more of a girl guide thing, more so now than anything on how it started. Because they had the Halloween stuff going, the dances going quite good before, but quite strong. But it went downhill. They weren't making anything on. They weren't doing it for fundraising wise, and they had too much competition with Purple Valley and with the Cowboy Stomp and Stomp. So again, they did away with Halloween. So again, they only kept. Other than that, they sell pies, for $12 a pie. I wouldn't pay $12 for a full pie. And they you have to bake them yourself. What they do is they I guess they pre-bake them, bag them, and they make them pre-bake them, bake them, and then they freeze them, and then you got to rebake them yourself. The instructions are usually on the label of the pie bags and that kind of stuff. And then they got like rhubarb, strawberry, and that kind of, trying to get everything into a mouthful here, and so again, they're down to doing more of a pie selling fundraiser than anything. But then they have, which will be coming up in April. They may still bother me to go and show up and help them put the stage runner up and decorate. And then I'm getting out of there because then it is in April will be the of 2019 that they have annually every year is they have a fashion show. So again, it is done by done by Josie's and Styles department clothing store downtown here, where they actually pre-sell tickets for it, and it's like a big it's a big fancy do. It is a liquor licensed event, again, and it is they sell wine more so at that and champagne. Then they have like a lot of the jewelry tables, and like I said, it's more of a woman's thing than anything. Nowadays, men go to fashion shows. I do not know why. That is okay. What we can't gripe and complain about that is a new generation. I can't say too much because we get living next door, but that is okay. I keep that under my breath. I have to respect that. Again, I'm a very soft-hearted type person, and I'm not a racist person, so I can't joke about that. I will, again, I have the respect to bite my tongue on that one. And that kind of thing. So other than that, so again, we're again, so that takes up a little bit of history about the fashion show. So that they do every year in April. Again, it's kind of interesting sitting in an elf's lounge. Actually, which is actually my own apartment, guys. You can probably tell in the background. So I kind of dolled my own apartment up. It is also my what I call my studio. Again, I was cramped in that little room. I needed a bigger area because I've got if you can see at the back, excuse me, I got my TV. I got my PS3 system back there. I do have a PS2. I've got an Xbox kicking around here too that I don't have plugged in. Um, I've got big enough arcade going here. A DVD player, and my PS3 plays Blu-rays. So again, I got the blue can play Blu-rays and play games on my PS3. I didn't get into Xbox One. Um, and that just PS2, just regular Xbox kicking around that I have. Um, I'm not into what you call much Google Charm. Every Tuesday, when I can afford it, I haven't been going lately. I've been slacking off. The Frank Street Baptist Church here has a men's coffee club. Um, and that meets at Tim Hortons up here. That the elves call the Elf Tim Hortons cafeteria. um, so again, I go up here to Timmy's, and one of the coffee club guys, and that it's again Tim Hortons is open 24 hours a day. No, the men's club doesn't meet 24 hours a day. It won't meet on Tuesday mornings at 10 o'clock in the morning. I've been a little missing. Also, to the men's coffee club is followed by at the church, followed by a Bible study. So again, it's a little red church, a little nice place. They just put in an elevator. Finally, after all these years, you put in an elevator lift because a lot of the congregation are a lot of old elderly people, and they can't take the stairs. So the one side is still stairs, but they actually have an actual elevator in there now. They don't have much of a youth group or a Sunday school in there. Salvation Army is too greedy because they're the ones that have all the youth, because they're the ones that started the Trade Start program, construction apprenticeship course for teenagers that are youth at risk, that they call it, from ages 16 to 20 to 16 to about 19, 20, 29, I think they said. No old. They won't take any older than 29 years of age. There's a cutoff age. They can go to Trade Start up till they're 29 years of age. Once you hit 30, you're too old. You're gone. Bye-bye. So again, they teach them financial literacy. They teach them how to use a hammer. They teach them how to measure wood, that kind of stuff, build dog houses. Build planters. They build a lot of stuff. Again, they meet at the wood the wood shop over here. Wyerton is actually outlook is different than Peterborough. Wyerton is more kind of old Amish farm pioneer kind of looking kind of town. So again, it's surrounded by historical buildings, and that. So again, Trade Start also has a hospitality cooking course they started up too, which is their leadership is what you call sponsored by Union Gas. So again, I guess pretty soon they're going to be building up a lot of their newer trades. They're going to bring in. I guess they're talking about bringing. And this is going to be fun to see. They're going to bring in what you call professional electricians that are going to teach. Again, they're starting to teach harness and safety, roofing, construction. And they want to start teaching cable and satellite technician installation. It's going to be fun, especially wired teenagers playing with electrical wires. That's good. That's a scary thought. They also want to start a transport truck driving school. That is another thing. Teenagers behind the wheel of a big rig. So, especially with being Wyerton alone, the roads in Lakely are not safe. But those are what their plans are. As far as I hear from some of the instructors, they got newer instructors. The guy that was there when I first moved here, and I took the wood carpenter's course, and I got my certificates for that. He is now the head store management of the Salvation Army thrift store here down the road. He's not with Trade Start anymore. They've changed hands of the leadership. So again, that is quite interesting in that, and to see that. So that is another department that they of education, or what you call youth education, that they're starting to provide for youth programs and that. And then, of course, too, they have their every Tuesday and Thursday family in need, or what you call local food banks that they run for needy families and that kind of thing. Plus Table Manna on Tuesdays, which is they serve the public a total. It is like an open drop-in lunch center where they can go in for lunch and that kind of stuff. And they cook and they have like a big kind of lunch thing on Tuesdays. And then they got the drop-in youth center for the teenagers on Thursdays and Fridays, which is the youth coordinators getting up the ladder. They need to get a youth pastor in there. They definitely need to. She's like 80 and she's still running a youth group and a kids pioneer club group. But she's old. She's a nice lady. She also works for community living down here and that kind of stuff as well. So yeah, and so that is what's basically at the church's point of end in town here for youth that they have going. Now up the hill, like I said, there's other churches around and that kind of everything from Anglican, everything Catholic, Anglican, Pentecostal. I pity the Pentecostal people because they got to share a driveway with the Jehovah's Witnesses. I like, how is that going over quite well? Talk about fights. That's a bit of a sense of humor on that one. And then then also to the Legion down here. Now this is off that other topic. It has like what you call live karaoke nights and that kind of thing every Friday night. So again, and then there's like a lot of the other clubs. Every club, different clubs around town and that, and doing different things. I think the Optimist is doing what you call a Christmas bazaar, because again, before the Santa Claus parade comes up on the night of the Santa Claus parade, the daytime is like a daytime Christmas market, a downtown daytime Christmas market. Never seen those for years in a lot of communities, but this town is old fashioned. I'll tell you, the elderly people here, they're too old fashioned. They'll never change. They still keep their old tradition of their downtown all day Christmas market. The evening of the Santa Claus parade, early during the day. Again, I think they have breakfast with Santa Claus, something like that at Legion, and then they have like Christmas bazaars, vendor tables up at the meeting place at the Propeller Club, which used to be the Rotary Club. Hasn't been for years because Rotary meets at the Legion now. So again, so that's kind of what they how that day looks, and then follow that night of the usually the first Saturday or first Sunday is the big Santa Claus parade, which is everything is all lit up under Christmas lights, and all the floats are all nicely decorated. Now, it's not a big parade. You probably noticed our parades are not as big. They're growing, but they're not as big as the big cities are. It is like even our Remembrance Day parade is not that big. That we have November the 11th, but it is still meaningful. It still has the same meaning to it, but again, it's not as big as some of the big cities are. But same with Santa Claus Parade. It is not that big. It might seem big at first, but it is not that big. Actually, over the years, there's been a lot of dropouts with the Santa Claus Parade at the last minute. People have booked their numbers and that kind of thing. When it comes down to the night of the parade, they all or the day of the parade before the night, right before the parade takes off, they all call in and back out, um, and that kind of stuff. But again, last few years out here is quite interesting because last year they were selling sausages and hot chocolate and hamburgers, that kind of thing, because they had the guy with the fried truck out there. He's out there every year, and so again, like I said, for the first half of the winter, like Christmas time, and there is really not really nothing really nothing exciting here. Um, but when after Willie weekend, the Wyerton Willie weekend, everything starts picking up. The tourists actually start coming back Wyerton Willie weekend, and that is when the cottage season slowly starts preparing to open up again. Again, and so all the campgrounds will start picking up too in the summertime, May 2-4 weekend, um, which is the Queen's birthday, Victoria Day weekend. Um, so again, like I said, so there is a lot. Won't see much till the new year until the nicer weather, but so again, just give you a little bit of a history here on what Wyerton's like around Christmas time. It is boring. It is dead. Um, there is there is a few Christmas parties around. Rotary for their members will have their big Christmas party that they sell tickets for, and then the Optimist Club for their members, they have their Christmas party. And then there's the that that is about it on that for some of the party end of it. Then there's New Year's now. Most years the Lions Club opens up the meeting place, and they have a big New Year's community, what you call community New Year's countdown, where everybody buys tickets to go in there, and then they they have a big ball in there. Um, so it is a big all night do till early morning New Year's Day. Um, so again, like I said, I never go to those that much. It is it gets too wild in there. Um, but yeah, so and also too on Wired Willie weekend that they have the Wired at night, they have at different parts of location. I have one bit what you call a Wyerton Willie pajama party dance party. I don't know what that again. I went to it one time. It was not bad. Everybody wears their fancy pajamas. Or they buy the Wyerton Willie pajamas with the logo on it. Um, so again, it is one of those big fundraisers, and then too also they have the Wyerton Willie ball hockey as well, a hockey shoot off, a shoot off of the puck, and with the Wyerton now the Wyerton Schooners. Last year it was the Wyerton Rock. This year it's the Wyerton Schooners, which is our OHL league for Wyerton, Junior A division. Again, they're in training to move up to the actual OHL level league, trying out for Owen Sound Attacks, No One Sound, which is their exchange students from different countries and that kind of thing that come over and they play. They get introduced to ice hockey. Funny stuff. I've never been to any other games. There is a couple. Young guys that have come out here too from Peterborough that used to play for the Peterborough Petes. There's I think there's three of them out here now playing for the Wyerton Schooners. I don't know which numbers they are. And that kind of thing too. And then there's a couple. There's a couple kids from young guys from Europe. There's a couple young guys exchanged from China, Japan. A bit of a tongue twister. Um, Ireland, Scotland, Germany, different parts of the world playing for Wyerton Schooners. So again, and so that is our winter sport, and then they also run like what you call a hockey trout school that anybody can join up to, but they got to pay to join it. You can try out for the team to try for a spot on the team. They can only take up 10 to 15 players a season that they have to rotate from. So again, if the lucky ones to make it, then they become hockey players. If they don't make it, they don't become hockey players. So again, they put them according to what their different hockey skills are, and that kind of thing as well. I used to, when I first moved here, I was playing professional soccer for a while with Owen Sound Kings, and again, it was not bad. But transportation coming in and out of Wyerton was too hard. Like, we don't have city buses here. We have to rely on a taxi cab service. So sometimes if the cab is held up, probably out in Hepworth or somewhere else, he's too hard to get. So again, he doesn't operate from a dispatch yard. He operates out of his home, out of his own driveway and garage. So it's totally different. Wyerton's a totally small town, village. And also too, in March break there is the Rotary Maple Magic, which is up at the Elk Farm. Again, transportation is too hard for me to get there to help out with that. So again, it is the maple sugar bush, and again, when they have like the kids sports and that kind of stuff. Then in June is the Amazing Race, which is another Rotarian fundraiser, community fundraiser, and where they get Rotarians from all over. Worldwide even come in to be a part of this amazing race and that kind of thing. And then on the Rotary Fair Civic Holiday fair weekend in August, the first weekend of August, they have the Shore to Shore Lake Huron Shore to Shore Georgian Bay run, which actually starts out at the Elk Farm and they run into run through Sauble Beach and then run right into Wyerton here. So technically, they run right across Lake Huron. Big across Sauble Beach, that part of it, anyways. So it is quite interesting, and they end up down here at the arena when they come into town and that kind of stuff too. So those are quite an interesting. A lot of summer activities that goes on, and then they have the big Shore to Shore, which is followed by the Shore to Shore canoeathon. And I see you back there, babies. Hey, you're sneaking around on Papa. I seen your tail. I don't think you can't hide on your Papa. He's a cutie. Hey, don't you scratch the furniture, buddy. Hey, excuse me. Hey, excuse me. No. Thank you. Oh, here he comes. He's poking his head up over here. Hey, leave the chair. Hey, leave the chair. You know better. That's a no. And that. So he's a curious little guy at times. Ain't you, buddy? Yeah. Hey, there you are. You're going to say hello to everybody. You're going to sit behind Daddy? Okay, you want to sit behind Papa. Yeah, this is my little baby boy. Hey? Yeah, this is Atreyu. His middle name is Jupiter. Middle name Jupiter Plain, so AJP for sure. And buddy, don't you give me a dirty look. Yeah, I call you any little Walt Disney name in the book. But yeah, he's a little cutie at times, and can get into mischief too. And we used to have a bell collar for him so we could hear him coming because you can't see him in the dark. Sure, ignore everybody. But yeah, so I gotta get him a new one because it fell apart, and so again I can buy him a new one, and then hopefully Santa Claus will bring one in the stocking. And I'm gonna see if I'm gonna kind of check around if I can't buy one at Walmart if they don't have any left. I'm gonna check with the Salvation Army trade start guys here to see how much it's gonna cost me to have what you call an actual scratch post um, made up for him. And since, according to this area, that supposedly now is illegal for veterinarians to declaw a cat. Um, Front or back, or well, it's always been illegal for them to declaw the back claws, but now they're trying to say that they will not declaw even the front claws anymore. It is now officially passed in Canada and Ontario that it's illegal. The veterinarians can lose their job if they go to declaw a cat. Is the stories wonderful stories I get from the wonderful Wyerton people out here. But so anyhow, they basically all they do is they just clip them. That's all they do now. But again, like I said, there is again, we're gonna buy him a little scratch post that way. He can scratch that post that way. He's not scratching my furniture. And that is kind of a check-in. And so like I said, the Christmas Elf Lounge is going to pick up again tomorrow. So I just wanted, while we were live, sitting in the Christmas Elf Lounge in my apartment here, decorated up. Also too, it is again, you can see there is the biggest part of my place here is the living room. This is the main living room and dining room area, so you can tell where I've got my table. That is actually decorated up for the Elf Lounge. Is actually my movie shelf. I've got movies in behind there. A lot of good ones too. I got Star Wars. I've got Tom Sawyer. I got two versions of Tom Sawyer's. The newest one and the old classical version with Charlie Pride in it. And Jodie Foster. Again, I've got a whole collection of movies there, and I got like 5 shelves of movies full, Blu-rays, and I got PS2 games, PS3 games, and coming on my yin yang, and again I've got I've got I'm kind of well stocked up when it comes to. Comes down to the movies end of it. And so again, I had my Angels all plugged in today for a bit too as well. And that just so everybody knows, this here is you may look like a regular cross to a lot of people, a crucifix. This is actually what my sister sent up to me with a photo of my mom. There's a little bit of my mom's ashes in this cross that's sealed. So again, that my older sister mailed out, and that kind of thing to me, because I couldn't get down to Peterborough to the funeral. So they just had her. My sister just had it cremated, and that kind of stuff. So I got a bit of around my neck in a cross form, in a cross urn. So again, she's around my neck and that kind of thing. So it's kind of sealed. It's locked in there tight. So I can't spill mom all over the place. So again, like I said, I haven't got around. Like I said, I've been tempted to, but I have not put her through the Tim Hortons coffee percolator yet. But no, I'm not gonna be that mean. Again, I keep her around my neck. And that kind of thing. So, and so again, that's some of the check-ins and updates. Owen Sound just did their Santa Claus parade just on Saturday there, and which was the grand opening of like they do every year, the main opening for the what you call Christmas Festival of Lights, where the actual Chi-Chi-Mun ship is actually all lit up with Christmas lights. Harrison Park is all set up with Christmas lights, and it's a nice light up show. Even with our Santa Claus parade, the McLaren's Pipe Band will have Christmas lights strung around the bagpipes and around the drums. Um, and that they'll probably be playing some Christmas tunes on the Highland bagpipes and that kind of stuff. And when he goes to the parade route, um, which is the Santa Claus float is a very high up float that is donated by Kiwanis International of Owen Sound. So Santa Claus is actually also a volunteer and type character as well, and I'll leave it at that part. Santa Claus is actually a donation by Kiwanis International, so it's sponsored by Kiwanis. So again, like he's the main guy at the end of the parade. So again, and then sometimes if the weather's nice, when the parade's over, he has a big lineup. So the kids can go line up and visit him on his float. And that it's like a bit of they have like a bit of a meet and greet and that kind of stuff for a bit afterwards. And so again, which I got last year. I did live stream last year. Again, this year I'm going to try to live stream that again this year. So hi Shane, how you doing? Hi Lance. So again, like I said, so again, our shows are going quite good. The Christmas shows, which is the Christmas Elf Lounge that we have going right now, to be in support of Santa Claus, being when he comes on live, and again, we try to respect them and that kind of thing. And we ask a lot of people that do have their rude opinions and comments, please keep those comments to yourself, because when Santa Claus goes live, it is not the parents that are on live, it is the kids that are on live to talk to Santa Claus, because the parents supervise them on the computer. So again, it is the line. A lot of the lineups that you see are 9/10 of them are not going to be adults. There is when Santa Claus goes live, Santa Claus is chat with Santa Claus on live. There goes that snowplow again. Like I said, he never sleeps. So when Santa Claus goes live, again, his lineup is all little kids that come on that are up for a bit, and they go on and they go on their parents' computers to go talk to Santa Claus. Santa Claus is on live stream, wherever he's live streaming from. He is sponsored by the elves here. They're from all over the place. They could be from the States. They could be from Canada here. You never know where these elves are coming from. Again, they have their own what you call fantasy. They have their own little company called Text Messages from Santa Claus that sponsors him. And so they read, guys, these little guys, they read every comment you write down, so be careful what you're writing, and they report back to the big guy. So again, and he's not the only one who reads them. These little elves guys, they read them too. They get offended, just like, they do get offended too, by the way. But they're not as shy as they used to be, to actually be able to come on live. So you get to actually see, like, especially with the little elf lounge here. Do excuse my wife; she's not a part of the elf lounge here. She just sometimes she likes to walk across my live streams when she knows when I'm live. She does it on purpose sometimes to get me going. And that, but other than that, she has given time. I have given her times when I go live, especially when when the elf lounge is open, when the Christmas lights are lit up. Right now it is closed. So again, like I said, tomorrow's an early morning for me. I only work one day a week. That is it. Most of the time, it is again, like I said, I only work for 2 hours. It's only one day a week. Um, so again, it is part time, but it's only one day a week, and all I do is lab assistant and clean the floors, and do all the vacuuming and stuff, the toothpaste bags, and dental floss and that kind of thing. Clean up the lab, mop the floors, clean the kitchen, do the dishes from the coffee cups, that kind of thing, if there is any. Take out the garbage, recycling, which is not bad. It is what you call a community job placement that I'm on, which is Grey Bruce Shores Employment Center. So again, it is one of those it is one of those just those job placements that they put you on, that they assist you on, that an agency will assist you on. Gray Gray Bruce Employment Services is with so with it, which is with Corner Connections down the road here. That's what we call it here. We've called it that for years. So again, and they also too, they have window washing teams in the summer that go out and wash windows. So again, storefront windows, and that kind of stuff as well. And so other than that, I only work the one day a week. And most of the other time, guys, most of the other time I just do volunteer work, where I don't get paid for. It's just volunteer, community volunteer work. And when the events come up, and like I said, same with my live streams here. I don't get paid for that. That I do voluntarily, like the Christmas Elf Lounge here. And so again, like I said, there's what we call kind of more volunteer based, live live video streaming. And then most of the other time I do I have the one day a week job that I have at the dentist office. That is about it. It doesn't take me long that day. I only go from 8 till 10. And then I'm home, and then the rest of the week I sleep in until 12. And weekends. So again, there's a little bit of what I do for work wise. So again, I've got, so technically I got a lot of time on my hands for other things, but like I said, winter time everything dies down. Summertime I'm really more busier in the summertime. Out a lot more in the summer than I am in the winter, and so I just wanted to put that up, kind of share that on here. And sometimes I go over to, again, my friends are very short number here. I love it that way. I honestly do love it that way. Most people would be heartbroken without friends, but me, I don't mind it at all, because like I said, it is like I said, they're very few in number. Where my dad is playing it smart, because he don't associate with nobody. He's a hermit. He stays in his big house in Sable Beach, Sable Falls. He is a total beach hippie. He don't associate with nobody. He's been like that for years. He keeps to himself a lot. But once in a blue moon, I sometimes I see him out and around Tim Hortons. But other than that, I never see him a lot. He keeps to himself. He likes to. It's funny, because he's been like that with me for years. He likes to act like I don't exist. But that's fine by me. Like I said, I let him have his space. I don't bother him. He don't bother me. So we may live in the same town, but the same area. But he's in Sable Beach. I'm in Wyerton. But again, maybe once in a blue moon, depends what type of mood he is, and he'll say hi and goodbye in passing. But that is about it. Technically, like I said before, there's no closeness there. But other than that, like I said, I do basically. I go on with my own life. He goes on with his. So again, we kind of we are related, but we're in two different worlds. Um, so again, our taste in a lot of things are different. Um, so again, like I said, I've got my live streams to keep me busy. So to kind of this is my kind of social, what you call social media or associating. Um, MFers Live was kind of good on here. I always liked it. I do not know what like I said. All of a sudden they disappeared. um, but they probably have maybe they do have the reasons why you don't see them much anymore. But that is okay. That is understandable. Fog TV, you're starting to see a little bit more now. Those that are into paranormal investigation. What Fog TV is Paranormal Hunters of Guelph, which is out of Guelph, Ontario, which they go on real life ghost hunts. Those people are into those kind of shows. Again, they're a little bit like the X Files was. I don't know if you guys ever remember the X Files or paranormal, those paranormal hunting, real life haunting ghost shows where people are claiming they're being haunted and that kind of thing, and had experiences. So it is one of those kind of what you call ghost chasing shows, hunting type shows. Come here, bud. You're gonna sit with Papa now. So again, supernatural type shows. So anything like Most Haunted, and then spiritual detectives. That's basically what they're like a little bit like the X Files. Um, but there again, the guy that is the head leader of that, he's really nice guy. Paul Lucer. He's a really. Ow! You're biting me. He'd be a good boy. And really nice guy. I've met him a couple times. He came out to visit me. What was it, last year before Christmas and that kind of stuff, and that kind of thing. He was quite interesting, and gave me a couple of his business cards. I ran out of them. I only got one left. So he does have a web page you can follow him on. You can follow his shows. And that, so anybody that is into real life ghost hunting type shows, it's not fantasy like Ghostbusters is. This is reality. This is people that are actually people have actually had what you call close encounters with spirits, or with or what you call or claiming their loved ones are haunting them. I won't leave them alone. That kind of stuff. So that's kind of what he gets into, and that's what he's about. That's what his shows are about. And so anyhow, we just wanted to. Ghostbusters are good too. I always remember growing up as a kid with Ghostbusters. I always loved Ghostbusters. It's nice to see that the three guys are coming back. The three actors are talking about coming back to do a third Ghostbuster movie. I guess we're not too happy with the last one. I think Dan Aykroyd had a couple of complaints about the last one. We will not go there. But he has every right to anyways, because it was his script to start with. He was just not happy with, I guess the Sony director that did it the last time. But he said the girls that were the actors, he said they were great. They weren't the problem, but I guess it was too much of a financial problem, or too much money for him to put out, and he didn't get certain scenes in that he wanted. So again, a really nice guy. I always love his acting. Like I said, and same with Bill Murray and Ernie Hudson. I guess those guys will come back one more time. They're talking about coming back together at their age now. After they first said that they were too old to be running around in Ghostbuster jumpsuits and sliding down fire hall poles. I guess they are going to come back to finally finish off the third one together. That'd be great. It'd be good to see. I can't wait to see that when that comes out. Like I said, I don't go to the theaters because it is too expensive. because there's no way that I'm paying $7 for a cup of Coca-Cola or Pepsi. That is ridiculous. Even the popcorn alone is $5. um, but it's bad enough paying on how much they charge to get in the door, just to get your movie theater ticket. But again, like I said, so I kind of wait till everything comes out on DVD and Blu-ray, and so again, officially according to the to Walt Disney's Facebook page, I finally found the original Disney Facebook page now. Finally, guys. Again, there's no way am I following that Queen of Ratchet again, fellow dude. No, I thought at first he was really with Disney. He isn't. There's some things that I did not like. I see what he was posting concerning the Disney cartoons, what he was doing to the characters. Again, yes, I have to grant at first it was funny, but after a while it is offensive, more so than anything. Especially what was coming out of the mouth of Cruella de Vil. But or Cinderella's stepmother again. That was just too sick. And generally, so finally, I finally found the real Disney page to follow on Facebook that is really with Disney, connected to Warner Brothers and Disney and Tim Burton's. So again, and some of their updates is that Mary Poppins Returns, which opens up in theaters on December the 19th. I think this is what their date is scheduled for that. Is officially when that is coming up this month, starting this month in theaters. According to their actual Facebook web page reports, now that date they could be off a few dates, or maybe they might be actually right on the date. Sometimes they're a date behind. Or again, hey, stop with the furniture. Thank you. A couple hours behind. Depends because depends if it is Central or Eastern time. Show times. IMAX and 3D. The Nutcracker opened up in November. Early November. I guess they're saying it's doing quite good. So again, that is a Christmas one that opened up before the 11th of November. So that is great, quite good. But when they all make the way out on the DVD and Blu-ray, I'm definitely got to go buy them and watch them because I got to see them. I want to see how they turned out. And that'd be pretty good. And the new Halloween movie, for those that like classic slashers, horror. A little bit of Scott Paulson accent. Is out on DVD and Blu-ray, is buyable at Walmart, and that kind of stuff, and that, and so also to that is another live stream, guys. That is interesting, which is he is a movie showcase, and what you call it, he's a real live horror movie fanatic, and live showcase, showcasing horror movies, from everything from Stephen King to Wes Craven to Nightmare on Elm Street. He's big for that Halloween more so than anything. Christmas time, he's probably going to show Black Christmas or Santa Comes Twice. Or whatever, or Santa's Sleigh. They've been around. Those movies have been around for years. They're really, 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 really old. But yeah. So again, if you get the German, I guess he's German. he's got to be German more so than anything. Really nice fellow. It sounds more of a German accent at first. I thought it was British, but no, it is actually more German. Austrian. It is actually Austrian. What do you call that? Kind of the accent alone is Austrian Nazi German. I didn't know that. But really nice fellow. I've talked to him a couple times. Really nice fellow. But again, behind the accent is called classic slashes horror. But yeah, what a name for a live stream. But I've heard, I probably over the times I've heard worse. But again, he does his live streams, and I always thought they were actually neat. And what he does with his live streams, he actually he has created his own software that he can actually link his software creation title page and all that to Facebook live stream, and he can put little characters in there like the little dude from Tales from the Crypt and whatever. So again, so he has totally computerized the whole entire his own software, created his own software for that. So that is quite good. I don't know how much he actually charges to have that done to people's live streams, but he's really good at it. But again, I think it's more of get down, bud. He's more with what you call Butch Chop Media. What do they call it? So it is like radio broadcast and that more movie showcase radio broadcasting. Again, there's a lot of live streamers that are getting into what you call radio movie showcasing broadcasting, and that I've never gone that far yet. Maybe sometime down the road I probably will. But again, as far as I don't do a lot of movie end of things, because again, with movie it is a lot of red tape you got to go through, because it requires certain licensings you got to get for that. That you actually have to pay money out to get for that, and then you got to program your computer to those links and licensings and that kind of stuff. So that way, Facebook can clear you to actually do the actual showcase end of it. So again, so that there's some of those updates with that. And don't you play with my walkie-talkie. Hey, sorry about that, guys. A little fella, he's getting on everything here. Oh, don't kick Papa in the head. And so again, it was just an update. You're gonna be good, even though the Christmas Elf Lounge Village is closed. Yes, yeah. The Elf Lounge is closed. You be a good boy. And so again, this is gonna be his second. Actually, this is gonna be his second Christmas with us. He's adopted, by the way. He's just a little fella. He's not. Ow! I don't think he liked that one. Okay, go lay down, buddy. Yeah, he hates the D word. He does. He gets offended, and that kind of thing. So he's my little fella. So again, don't you get on? Hey, you be good up there. Don't be a bad boy. So again, like I said, he's a rambunctious, wild little guy, but most cats are. He's Egyptian Siamese, purebred, that kind of thing. And that kind of stuff. So he's a really cool little guy. We got him when he was a little kitten. He was very easy to name. So we figured his name kind of suited him. So again, like he knows his name. Like I said, he knows his name. he knows when he gets in trouble, he gets called AJ for short, don't you, buddy? AJP, which stands for Atreyu Jupiter plane. um, so again, like he gets on the little wild side. Don't you be checking out that angel? Hey, excuse me. Hey, excuse me. Don't be chewing on my angel. You already knocked a few heads off of my skeletons. Don't be knocking the heads off angels. That's a no-no. But he's getting, I guess he's getting fantasizing over these angel dolls that light up. I plug them in, they light up. One, I run on battery over there. I had a lot of those internal candles. I gotta buy more of those. Because stupid me, I left them in the window from last Christmas, and I forgot they were in the window, and they went the whole summer in the hot sun in the window, and they melted. Again, they're just plastic, rubber plastic candles. They put batteries in them, but they change colors. You got a little remote to change colors, and that kind of stuff too. So. I guess we got a new person coming in because I got the eyeball coming in. And so anyhow, we just want to kind of try not to go much longer. So again, I just wanted to show you behind a little bit what it looks like at the closed end of things on the Christmas Elf Lounge here. Also, too, over here, guys, you can see where my fireplace is. Christmas lounge fireplace. It is all dolled up. I'm gonna still add a few things to it up till Christmas Eve. Buy some garland, can add that around there. Just let you know, I do not have a Christmas tree. I'm gonna show you what my Christmas tree looks like. Hang on, guys. I'll be right back. I'm gonna move off of it. No, again. Yeah. Pull that out. But anyhow, that's what you guys can see. This is. Can you guys see that? That's my Christmas tree. Instead of having a big Christmas tree, I can't put lights on it. But this is my Christmas tree, guys. So it's gotta do. Again, these are elves, by the way. You'd be surprised what they use. They'll use anything for a Christmas tree. Anything. If it's a flower, they don't care. It's a tree. So again, like I said, it's. Put that back in there. What are you looking at? Yeah, so just wanted to show you that. I still may put a tree up. I don't know, but not with this guy. He'll probably tear everything down on me, won't you, buddy? Don't you touch those lights, because you already took down a string of my lights. So anyhow, those again, that's just wanted to let you have a look-see in the Christmas Elf Lounge a bit. And that's a movie shelf, by the way. It is all decorated up with a Christmas sign. And I got my Canadian flag up the back there. And my coat rack. And you get down. Thank you. And so anyhow, I hope everybody has a great night. And so I think I've been on here long enough. Kind of went over a little bit of what's coming up, and for Christmas, anyways, which Christmas activities coming up, like Santa Claus Parade, which is the next thing coming up, and then going into 2019, what's going to be coming up for the 2019 schedule. After Christmas, with when we get into Groundhog Day and the Optimus Fashion Show. So again, that's kind of keeping you up to date with when all the events start back up. And then the summer activities start back up again. And then we have a wonderful baseball team, guys. They're called the Wyerton Red Devils. I do not know why they named themselves up, but that's what they called. That's what they call themselves. And then next September, guys, next year is the fall fair again. So it's just a farm show and that kind of stuff as well. And then summer next year, guys, all the cars and car shows going to start up again. Sawa Beach and Wyerton, I think it looks like. And so anyhow, again, we're going to stay on the Christmas season for now, because that's what's coming up right now is Christmas 2018. And we got the Santa Claus parade coming up, which is the Lake Huron, Georgian Bay, Wyerton, Ontario, Canada, Northern South Bruce Peninsula Santa Claus Parade. Christmas Light Santa Claus Parade. So again, that'll be that's a mouthful. I'm just used to from when I grew up in the city down in Peterborough, just calling it the Santa Claus Parade. And this one has too much of a tongue twister slang to it, or too big of a title. So again, that'll be it. We're gonna try it again. Like I said, we're gonna try to get that live stream for you, and that. So I hope you guys are ready to tune in for that. And that is the first. That's gonna be the first weekend of December. We're almost there. We got again 2 weeks left in November. December 19th is officially I'm off from work for 2 weeks for Christmas and New Year's, and then I'll go back to the new year. And so I hope everybody has a great night. Thank you guys for tuning in, and I hope you guys have been liking the Christmas live, the live Christmas Elf Lounge. Like I said, it'll be reopened again tomorrow night. So again, this is the closed part of the lounge. So again, all the elves are, like I said, the elves are probably already snoring away, sleeping again, and that way I'm not going to talk too much longer, so I do not want to take them off, wake them up. So anyhow, I hope you guys have a great day, and also tomorrow's, I think is it already the 21st? Yes, it is already the 21st. Tomorrow, the 22nd, Santa Claus will be live again. So again, and that. So again, we will invite you and share his live stream, so that way you guys can follow him. And I hope everybody has a great night. And thank you for tuning in. And like John Cena was saying, my wife's favorite wrestler, you can't see us. Have a nice night, guys. Have a great night. And we'll be back on tomorrow live with the Christmas Elf Lounge. And Atreyu, you gonna say night night? Okay, yeah, he nodded his head night night. Okay, have a good night, guys. Bye.